You're listening to another Woodshop podcast, the okayest podcast of its type. Your hosts are Daniel Dunlap of Daniel Dunlap Woodworks, Peter Kapar of Petrie's Workshop, and Braden Boakes of Littlebug Woodworking. You can find them as well as the podcast on your favorite social media channels.
Welcome to episode 282 of another Woodshop podcast, bringing back the most requested part of the podcast, guests. And we thought we'd start the year off big. So we're bringing back someone that we love and adore. He's an educator by day and, just like us, a woodworking content creator degenerate by night. He's got a saying, "I can see clearly now." Out with the old and in with the Newman. Logan Newman from Newman Specials Woodworks is here. What's up, buddy?
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming back after, the incident.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
We don't talk about that.
Oh, the oldest children. Man, thanks for joining us again. It does mean a lot to us when we ask someone to come back and they're like, yeah. And
hey,
then we...
why is he here? He cost us hundreds of thousands of euros.
I'm trying to get it back. I'm trying to get him to say some incriminating stuff for a lawsuit. Shut up.
Okay.
Speaking of incriminating stuff in a lawsuit, Dan.
Our patrons, obviously. We got one new patron.
What?
I'd like to give a big welcome shout out to Troy Schulte. Welcome to the Man Army, Troy.
What's up, buddy?
You're gonna hate it here.
You're freaking selling it.
Right. I'm the best salesman. Let's talk about our VIP patrons real quick. Mm-hmm. And we're starting off strong with Ice Bank Mice Elf.
Ice Bank Myselfs?
Nope. Ice Bank Mice Elf.
Elf.
Yes.
Creative.
Which is clearly Brandon Phinney. So good job, Brandon.
Yeah.
Luke Schmidt, Eric Mark Vicka at Mark Vicka Designs, Wesley Miller. Can I have a planer too? Is Mike over at DM Works. Jeremy Johnstone. Greg, where there's a wall, there's a way, is Greg Wallway at Platte Valley Woodworks.
Nice.
Greg at G&M Design Co. Scott from Crabtree Creative. Dominic over at The Crafty Sloth. Sean Renshaw from Native Woodworking. Nick at NSM Woodcraft. Chris Lamoureux from Homefront Woodworks. Greg Bennett over at Wendy Acres Works. Nick P. Daniel at Nick P. Daniel Creative. Greg D'Ambrosio at GTD Woodworks. Jeremy Clayball at J. Clayball Woodworking. I had a brain fart there for a second. When will Braden fix Dan's driveway? That is a very good question. Did you see the scratch he left in my driveway?
I took his driveway in broad daylight and I scratched it.
When is Dan going to help Braden fix his driveway after the gyre jet incident?
Anyways, that is Alex Adams over at Type A Furniture. John Herbolsheimer from Living Laugh Woodworks. Nick Vreeland at Envy Woodshop. Jared LaPuma at LL Builds Woodworking. Tyler Booth from Temecula Yard Games. Henry Lutens at Manfreda Wood. Sarah with Rosie's Woodshop. El Jefe is Geoff over at Maker's Way. Wim Designs is Victor Aragama. I ain't got no gas in it. It's all NOS, baby. Is Nick Brim from Nick Brim Woodworking.
Hello, yeah. Monster.
What Nick said is Max Reed over at Reed Design Co.
This is why I love that they have a group chat about this.
Bill Burkle at WTP Woodworking. Ed Mancini at Mancini Woodworking. Chris at Chris Will Make. Adulthood is a scam. Everyone is faking it. Is Jimmy over at Trash Panda Woodworking.
I wasn't ready for that kind of knowledge drop right now.
I mean,
that honesty.
That's pretty common knowledge, isn't it?
Facts.
Justin Bailey at Campfire Woodworks. I always want to say studios for some reason. I don't know why my brain's doing that to me.
Little studio.
John Grubb at Grub Make. That is it. That is your lineup.
We still have to do the winner of the eldest patron.
That's on them.
I'm pretty sure Dan was going to handle that, but that's fine. We'll figure it out.
No.
We did our part. We facilitated. It's
I can't coordinate. Excuse me while I grab my back scratcher. Old man. What are you laughing at, Logan?
Braden, you say
have a back
now since
scratcher.
Dan is itchy.
Dan, don't do that on camera.
You put the wrong
Put
person
that behind the
in overalls.
paywall, Dan.
Just
at least I kept my pants on.
Of all the benefits that you get for joining our Patreon, this one's the best. We are continuing Dan's quest to give away something every single month of 2026, like we did in 2025. The only difference is this time we're streamlining.
Prizes are better.
The prizes are better. We are doing 1-of-1 t-shirts, special edition AWP t-shirts, and then some other swag. It's like the Brunt box, but it's the AWP Boy box.
Ooh.
So one lucky winner will win that every single month. These t-shirts, you're definitely going to want to wear them to church, but you're not going to wear them to mama's house. That's all I'll say.
You can wear any of these shirts to church once.
One single time.
You don't need to find a new church after that.
Yeah. Episcopalian. Anyway, all you got to do is just go sign up for any of our paid tiers of Patreon. The higher up you are.
Episcopalian. That's the one you can't eat fish.
I think so. Or you can only eat fish. One or the other.
Sushi. Oh, everyone in Japan is Episcopalian.
The higher your tier, the more entries you get every single month. So VIP patrons get 4 entries just for being cute. So go to iloveawp.com and go sign up for any of our levels. Also, totally unrelated to the Patreon giveaways, AWP now has a MySpace profile.
What?
Ooh.
Just so you guys know, we have a MySpace profile.
Do a thing
I did a thing
without permission.
I know I'm past my probationary period. I'm allowed to do things without permission.
Whoa. 7 more episodes.
No,
7 more prime number episodes, and did we not mention the prime part?
No, I'm past my probationary period. That's my probationary period where I become professional, not just union.
Yeah.
Wait till
Anyway.
you get your masturbation. Wait.
What?
You didn't pause enough for the joke.
I know.
You just said
Yeah.
the thing.
You said probation, and I was trying to make a joke about being a master. And
Hey, Pete, say things so that Dan stops.
I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Shopsmith, who is no longer supporting anyone because they're out of business. I could say this now.
Oh, wow.
Man,
Oh yeah, Shopsmith officially closed their doors last year.
did we
Oh,
did we cash that check or is it bouncing?
It bounced as high as fireworks on 4th of July.
that ass can't cash it.
But that's okay.
Fireworks
We have
bounce?
Yeah, well,
They do.
if you shoot them right enough, if you're
Episcopalian.
firework, if you shoot it off wrong enough. But guys, we've got a guest, and we were having a great conversation in the pre-show show, and I'm like, guys, we just need to let's talk tools on an actual podcast. But for those listeners that have no idea who you are, because last time you were on here, Braden wasn't even tall enough to ride.
He was but a
Splash
twinkle in
Mountain.
his daddy's eye.
Yeah, he was a wee little one, and we'd like for you to give us a quick little synopsis, a quick little elevator pitch of, who the hell do you think you are?
Wow.
Mostly
Logan,
because
Logan Newman. Wow.
Yeah, because Braden doesn't know who you are.
exactly.
I don't have anything prepared for this. I make things.
You
I
got a
sell
one-page
things.
email
Yeah,
with all the info.
I make things. I sell things. I do things. I enjoy things. I
Wow.
mean, really. Come on. I don't know. It's like every time you go somewhere, they say, "Oh, what do you do?" And you say, "Well, I make things." Well, what do you like to make? I like to make anything, right? I like to make tables. I don't make tables anymore because I'm so busy making all the jigs that I sell, right? I don't get to design C tables like somebody.
It's not really a whole lot of design, but
use a different letter.
make a U table.
I will. It'll be all me.
Well, for those, because he's being modest, he is a full-time teacher, an educator of young minds. He's trying to make sure that they don't end up being
like me.
Well, worse.
Yeah.
And you also you woodwork and content create by night,
right.
And you're a degenerate online, and then you help people see better, right? There's all these things about you.
I feel bad talking about what I do during the day because it's one of those things that when you tell people, their first response is, "Oh my God, that's so amazing! You must be such a nice guy." And I'm not. I teach high school kids to make eyeglasses as a profession, as a job, as a potential thing for them to do. My first year kids, I have 3 years to my program. The first year students learn how to make a pair of glasses. We make reading glasses, and then we do visual acuities for kids in our building in place of the nurse doing those. And then at the end of the year, they make a pair of glasses for someone else. That's their first pair. The second year kids learn how to make glasses, and they start making them for other students, and then we do doctor visits. So actually, this coming Tuesday, we're going to have our first doctor visit of the year. Over 3 hours, we will have 60 elementary and high school students come through. That we have 2 doctors who are volunteering. They're going to do refractive eye screenings to get a prescription that we give out to the kids in our high need district. So we have Rochester, New York is one of the 4 top poverty level areas in the nation. So
I thought you were going to say one of the blindest places in America.
Yes, that true.
Less eyes per capita than people.
Yeah. So then my third year students actually, they do a bunch of things, including learning how to tint glasses and make sunglasses, making glasses for adults, and then they also get a chance to run one of the doctor visits, so they get to learn these leadership skills and learn how to direct people and make sure what they know what's going on. And then they develop their own business. And I always tell them, it's not that I think they're going to go into optics as a business, but as a woodworker running my own business, I know, I need to know how much I'm spending on tools, how much am I spending on materials. And I want them to think, well, if I want to go into hair, if I want to go into doing car detailing, if I want to do whatever, as a side, you need to have some business ideas and what are you going to call it? Where are you going to do it? So I learned this stuff in the Navy. I got into teaching. I taught biology, and then I started teaching this. I developed the curriculum from start, and I absolutely love it. The other thing I do that is amazing to me is I go to schools and I fix kids' glasses. So I'll go to, we've got 30,000 kids in our district. So I will go to, School 28 will call me and say, hey, we got a kid here whose glasses are broken. Can you come over and fix them? So I'll go, I'll see the glasses, I'll see if I can repair them. Or, another school call me and say, we got this kid, they have a prescription, their insurance won't get them a new pair until such and such. Can you make them a pair? So I'll go and I'll get the prescription. I have a box of all of our frames that I go there. The kid tries them on, and then I'll go back and make them and bring them back. So I absolutely love this stuff. I'm passionate about it because these kids, I know it makes a difference for them. But I always feel like it's cheating talking about it because everybody, you hear it, you're like, it's freaking crazy that you get to do that and you develop the program. And I love it, but I don't know, I'm kind of embarrassed by it too.
Well, here's something I didn't ask you last time. Is this an AP level course, or is this some kind of technical certification type thing that they get at the end? What do they walk away with? Is it an extra college credit or what?
It's an IP level course.
IP.
It is a IP too. It's a CTE, Career and Technical Experience. So in New York State, you have to take CTE classes. So they can take this 1 year, or they can take it as a full 3 years. Now I added a fourth year where they actually will intern and job shadow at one of the local places, and they can get a job and go directly into an apprenticeship.
That's smart. He gets paid for teaching, but there's somebody else's problem, right?
Yeah.
Interning.
Yeah.
That's the way to do
Have
it.
fun with them. See ya. And I, it's so cool. Right now I have 2 kids. I call them kids. They're not really kids. Well, one of them's still a kid.
Young adults.
Yeah. One is a student who graduated, and she comes in twice a week as a consultant to help me co-teach the class. She'll help the kids. And she's a licensed optician. She just actually bought a house. She's 20 something. And then the other one graduated last year. He is going to school. He wants to become an ophthalmic nurse.
Bless you.
Gesundheit. And so he comes in on Tuesdays, and they primarily help me by making a lot of the glasses, because I can't grade and fix glasses and teach and develop the curriculum and do everything and make glasses. And, so they help me doing some of the side stuff. And it's amazing. It's a great thing to be able to do.
I gotta say the crazy thing is, like, you were like, yeah, I want to teach, but I don't want to do any of those other things. I'm gonna just start doing this thing that I want to do. And you've built now a 4-year course curriculum by yourself off of this thing that you started doing. It's kind of bonkers.
It is.
I have a question I need to get off my chest here.
Better be a good pun.
Mr. Wiener?
Do you ever worry about what people think about what you do with your free time? Because you're really out there, you're out in the open. Do you worry about the optics of that?
I thank you for making a joke. Yes, Dan, 10 out of 10.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Dan. Gosh, today is all Dan. It's all Dan today.
Yeah. Listen, he just goes out there and he gives these kids an optimistic outlook on life. Okay, so just he's doing his best.
Pete, I already got it.
And I know, but optimistic.
Okay, guys. Yeah, all puns aside. So have you thought about like a backup plan in case the Harry Potter like Reparo thing turns out to be real? Like,
once
that demolishes everything.
I haven't, because there's only a certain number of people who will be able to do that, and everyone else will just muggle their way through it.
Ooh,
and they're all in.
Their way through it is a great way to put it.
I'm sure these
are all really funny jokes.
So that's great. And then my side thing is, I think that this is interesting for me. Like, when I started on, you know how they have the trend right now, show what 2016 looked like. And I went back and posted
the same but skinnier.
Yeah, well, I went back and looked at what I posted and what I was doing in 2016, and I had a whole bunch of tables. Like, I had dining room tables and coffee tables and side tables. I don't make tables. I don't make, I don't get to make furniture anymore, because it's all focused on the jigs. And it's amazing to me how what you think you're going to do changes over time. And now, so when I talk to people on it, they say, what are you known for? I'm like, I'm known mainly for the jigs that I make and sell. Very different than what I expected.
That has really become, I feel like, since we've had you on, you were definitely doing a lot of jigs at the time, but I feel like you have really become known for all the different jigs, flattening jigs, the router jigs and all that stuff. So can you talk about that, like the progression of it? Like, how did you fall into being a jig guy?
How did you frame yourself as a jig guy?
Yeah, because you've gotten to the point, like we've talked about this at Gone Bench Con, Workbench Gone, that place, where you were looking to outsource CNC
Right.
the parts because the orders got so high.
Right. So it's actually it's very interesting, and I talked about this on a couple of reels and stuff. It's one of those things. Somebody used this quote the other day in a reel with me. They said, "Chance favors the prepared mind." That is a quote by Louis Pasteur, and it is so appropriate because it's one of those things that, like, you make something and you think, "Oh, this helps me," and you post a video about it and people like it, and you go, "Yeah, I'm glad you like it," and you move on. And that's what I did for the longest time. I made a router table that I showed, and people on TikTok and then Instagram were like, "Oh, that's cool." I said, "Thank you. Here's how I did it." I actually had a dado jig that one day, my CNC that I had was not precise enough to allow me to take off just a top layer. If I tried to program it, it was one of these handmade CNCs. If I tried to program it, it would go too deep and go too deep
Zero
into the
affinity,
carpet.
if you will.
It was Bob's CNC.
Bob's
you guys ever heard of-
CNC?
I swear to God.
Not even
That
his
sounds-
father, Robert.
Nope.
That sounds
Nope,
as
Bob's.
legit as Taco John's. I'm not gonna lie,
Dude,
Cut
look
your
it up.
hole.
It is amazing. Like, this was my first CNC. It was amazing. You buy them, they're laser cut plywood, Baltic birch plywood. You put it together, start to finish. It was all belt driven. It was great because I was doing everything by hand, and I was doing all these template work that were big for me then. And I was like, I can't do this. So I had a dado jig that was sitting in a corner, and I looked around one day. I was like, I need to flatten this, and I need some way to get this epoxy overflow off. And I grabbed this and I turned it into a flattening jig, because the problem is with a flattening jig is you know how they are. You have to set up the rails and you have to have a dedicated space. And then, so I hate that. I have one, but you clamp it to the side of the table or it's just in the way. I wanted something just to ride on the tabletop. So I did that. I showed it and people go, "That's so great." So I refined it. I made it better. And actually Ethan Abramson was working with this guy who started WeCNC, that it was called. Yeah.
Is that still around?
No, it
There
closed
you
down
go.
about 6 months later, and that's what screwed me over. They were working with a couple of people, but not everybody, their goal was to be the middleman between the maker and the customer. So the maker has an idea, customer wants to buy it, the maker can't ship them and make them, so they would take care of everything. My stuff was selling, but not everybody's was selling their stuff. So, after 6 months, they closed down. I said, "Oh, you know what, whatever. I posted a video. I said, here's what happened. I can do this." I started selling them. And in 24 hours, I sold out of everything I had in the shop and stuff that I hadn't even planned on selling. And my wife and I spent 2 weeks trying to make that stuff. It was overwhelming. Like, it was just so much work, especially, I mean, Dan, you know exactly what it's like, but whenever you're not prepared for it
Yes.
is the other part of it.
Yeah. And when
And I have to,
when it's a very fixed amount of time as well, like, you can't possibly make the things faster unless you have more machines than people, because
Right.
even programming them is taking a while.
right. And then there were, slight problems. I do credit Phinney with allowing me to do it, because I had that machine set up and then that happened. And I had another CNC which stopped working the moment I got my Phinney set
Was
up.
that the CNC by Bob?
The Bob
No,
Phinney.
I had an X-Carve. Dude, you will be surprised. These things, Bobby's CNC was amazing for what it was, for the price of it.
Now it's Bobby's CNC.
Yeah.
No,
Is
Well,
this
the big
three
boys
different
know it
models?
like I
have a
do.
Robert
when you
4x8.
know them like I do. So I mean, it's one of those things. Like, it took off, and I wasn't expecting that. And so, like we talked about before, at Gone Bench, I had to find somebody.
Workbench gone.
Yes, sorry, Workbench Gone. I looked around because there was no way I could do it. I knew I couldn't because I had a list of 500 people who had signed up and said, we want either the flattening jig or the router table.
No, wait. I'm going to pause you right there.
500?
Well, how'd you get a list? I hear people doing these drops or like drop sales or whatever, or pre-orders. How did you do it? Did you do it through your website, through Etsy? Like, what was it?
So, I mean, all of this was unexpected. So I had the 60 things that I sold. And then I said, hey guys, I'm sold out. I gotta, this is too much for me. I got to figure out a way to make these and try and get a stock in. And somebody messaged me and goes, I want to really know about this. Can you do a list? Can you have people sign up for when it will, to be notified when you have them on?
Yeah.
So I just made a Google form and I put it out there. And I said, I wasn't going to do a, pay me now, and because that puts way too much pressure on you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, if you pay me now,
Dan can't
I
relate
have to
to
get
that.
this. Yeah, because then you have to get that out.
Yeah,
So
I understand.
so
Dan,
then-
how are those Black Friday orders going?
Yeah, right.
I think I got 2 or 3 left.
Oh no, I was just kidding. Oh no.
Dan's been working for free for 6 months.
Yeah,
If he keeps
That's what I'm
doing
saying.
this, he'll be paying for his mortgage like 3 years in advance.
but that puts so much pressure and stress, and you're like, I don't know about you. I know how you feel. You feel like an asshole. Excuse the language. Like, you really do. Like I have this. Yeah, I have this. I told you I would get it. It's still not out. I feel guilty about that, and it puts too much pressure on me. So, once this list got so big, I thought I got to find somebody else to do it. So I found somebody, helped me clear out the list, and then he said he wasn't charging me enough. So we went back. I took over and I tried to do it. It was just like in January and December, I think I sold hundreds of it over that month. Nick Starrett from Nick's Custom Woodworks posted a reel using my flattening sled that went viral. So we got a ton of sales from that. And I posted a reel at the same time that went sort of viral, and it was not the same thing, but it brought people in. So,
Well, let me ask you this: what's stopping me from buying your files? And Dan, this is something that came up after you talked about why you don't sell digital files.
I don't. Yeah.
In our Discord, they were talking about it. And what's stopping me from buying your file and then like taking the plywood, staining it red, and then making my own version of it, and calling it Newman Pecker?
Yeah, dude, that made me so angry. So actually, it was. This is
By the
a
way,
nice
you
thing,
still
Dan.
sell you sell some files. The router
I
table.
do.
Yeah.
No, I sell plans for it. I don't sell a file.
Oh, okay, plans. Gotcha.
Right. I don't mind. I expect, if somebody wants, I have a YouTube on how to make it. Like, if you want to make it, that's fine. I'm not selling you the files to do it on a CNC.
You got to earn it.
Well, right around Christmas, I don't know how it came up. I saw on Etsy somebody selling a file that was my exact router table. Everything. There was one difference, but everything was the same. And I don't know if you've seen this, but you can file intellectual properties on Etsy, right? And I went, this shocked me. It was Christmas Eve. I filed in the morning at like 9:00 a thing saying that they're selling my stuff.
Yeah. An
Whatever
IP
it is.
request, IP,
Yeah.
whatever.
They had it down by noon.
Wow, really?
So
Yeah.
what we're seeing is the positive side of Dan's life being decimated
Yeah.
on the other side of the coin.
'Cause
I
Dan
want
got
to tell you.
wrecked.
I want to tell you what they do. What happens is Etsy will take it down, no questions asked, and then they put the onus.
Anus.
Anus.
Anus?
They put the
They don't
anus,
put that anywhere. Don't put that anywhere.
What are you doing? Add to
They-
Indian food.
They put the onus onto the seller who was selling the the bad stuff, they have to file a what's
dispute.
the word I'm looking for? A dispute.
A rebuttal.
A rebuttal.
And then it becomes, then the
A
ball is in
kerfuffle?
your cart,
Right.
your court, to show that it's actually your IP.
IP.
Yeah.
So the nice thing is, though, whenever you file the intellectual property, you show some place that you have used it digitally or in some social media or wherever it's listed. And so I went back to the oldest version of it I could find, and it predates that other person's stuff.
Oh, so
So I
then
can show.
when Dan
Right.
rebutted his and the other person, you know, their piece didn't look anything like Dan's. Even Etsy went, eh.
You
what-
can pursue this, but we need to see paperwork from a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Because how long
that's
was
exactly what Etsy said. Now that you've filed a dispute, the ball's in their court, and they have to show legal proceedings saying that it's theirs.
But either way, Dan, your shop or that listing was shut down for how many days?
Probably about a week before
Just
it
a
got
week.
reinstated.
Okay, I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Etsy never says,
I think
but
it
I'm
was-
pretty sure it puts a flag on your shop as like,
Yeah.
Naughty.
Thief or something.
naughty.
yeah,
Well, it
because my
definitely
sales
happened
like,
at the worst time.
yeah. I don't want to talk about my situation. Logan's
Yeah.
here, so
No,
We
that's
want to
it.
talk about how
Look.
Logan ruined somebody's
Well,
life.
here's the thing. Dan got attacked, but like clearly someone else was just
Yeah,
upset.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
admitted it, that they were like, well, our sales were down and you also make a table, so let me attack you.
Yeah.
But you, like, they clearly were selling your thing. We've heard of the stories of like Justin from Campfire Woodworks. He has just straight up copycats. His photos, his listing info,
Ooh.
like, just they found some manufacturer in China and they're using the exact same content to try
That's
to
messed
sell.
up.
Yeah.
And one of them teaches a class or taught a class at Workbench Gone.
Workbench gone.
And we watched it happen. Pete and I watched it happen in
Gone
real time.
bench gone. I have video.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk
Some
about
people, man. There are some absolutely amazing people in our community, and
Yeah.
there are some.
that. Absolute scumbags. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
There's some ruthless businessmen. That's what we'll say.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, well, needless to say, that person was going to be a guest. They are not going to be
They,
a guest
them.
anymore.
They them sent us to their social media manager, sent us to their personal assistant.
That's the other thing. If we try to get you on a podcast and we get two middlemen, there's no
Too many middle people.
middle persons. Well, that's great to see. Like, first of all, you're active. You are very active online. You are running, you're teaching, you're building a curriculum, you're running a business, and you still have a lot of time to make content. I feel like you are fairly active. You are locking down deals with big brands that are not like the usual, let me throw tools at you and you make content. Like you seem to be reaching out to brands like one, obviously Oliver is one that you worked with Dan works with them now as well. You have the other one that you did the pocket hole jig with. Can you talk a little bit about that? Yeah. Like, how did you find these brands that are kind of non-traditional in the content world?
So, Maxiwa,
Bless you.
so first of all, content wise, I sit down at night with my wife. We like to watch crime dramas, like the British.
The British Bake Off.
That's what. No. Yeah, that is a crime drama. Watching that. No, and that's when I edit any videos that I have. I sit down in the TV and I'm like, "Are you even watching this?" She'll say to me, "I'm like, yeah, I'm paying
Pause.
attention to both."
What do you edit in?
Splice.
they still make that.
Splice app.
Slice.
Yes, Splice app.
Oh,
This-
I thought you said Slice. I remember when
No.
Pepsi made Slice. That was a great.
Is
No.
Splice an
It's an
iOS,
app. It's on my
Android?
phone. I think they have both. I have it on iOS. I love it. So when TikTok went down the first time, and people lost. What is the app that you use from TikTok? I don't remember.
CapCut.
Yeah, when that went down, I posted a reel about it. It is. I had a couple people reach out and tell me how much they liked it too. It has a free version and a paid version. The paid version is almost exactly the same. It just allows you to do more videos. Like I have so many on there. And I actually use it for my YouTube's videos as well. I edit some of those on there.
You're one of those psychopaths?
It's hard because you can't see the whole thing.
Moth
but
edits on InShot on the iPad, his long form video.
Yeah.
I just don't trust that. If I'm not in front of, that's a big screen activity. It's like buying a plane ticket.
Everything's on my phone. No, it's super easy. It's really easy to use. I just like it a lot. I think it's intuitive.
You know what bugs me? I recently looked at, I was literally trying to do captions, and I used to be able to do captions in CapCut really well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the ones that are like, each word is highlighted as it reads it.
Yeah.
That's locked behind a second tier paywall. There's free CapCut, there's CapCut Standard, then there's CapCut Pro, and then there's CapCut Teams now. Yeah. It used to just be free and CapCut Video Editor, which is just bullshit if you ask me. That's ridiculous.
Braden has CapCut Master. But they're just baiting him.
I have
knew it was coming. Yeah, you had to make up for the earlier one.
I have CapCut Pro. Nothing will peel me away from all of the AI generation nonsense that it lets me do with it.
Remember
nothing at all.
Remember that 3 minutes during the day today? You were like, I don't know about AI. It's making us dumber.
No. I was asking a philosophical question about, do you ever wonder about this? I never said I was going to stop.
53 minutes, 28 seconds. You literally asking. I have that written down. You were like questioning if AI is even worth it. And then I can't believe I'm saying this. You had it generate several photos of me in nothing but Daisy Duke, like overalls, denim overalls with my head on Dan's body.
I would like to clarify. I would like to clarify. I was asking the question if it was. I was asking the question on if it was tearing apart the fabric of society. I never said I was looking to change. I was just asking.
Valid question.
I'd like to submit something to the court. I have now a dash cam that also records the cabin of my truck.
Son of a bitch.
I have all these conversations on video, which as a matter of fact, I think it's going to be a new thing that I put out. Braden and I kind of like
content cab.
It.
Comedians and coffee. Yeah.
Woodworkers and white monsters.
It's a lot of scrubbing through video of Dan just going, just opening his mouth randomly and like fixing his face.
The good news is, it will be like that next million hit piece of content is the next time Dan uses an air horn in the truck and I just wreck the truck.
And you 007 through the roof.
Ejecto seat, cuz.
I wish there was a camera in there the moment Nick did the air horn from the back seat with the windows up.
I have never experienced feeling a physical mental break. Not like a metaphorical, a physical mental snap.
You know what would make my day? I want to see like one of those POV videos that's just like a GoPro on his chest or a 360 cam on his chest or his head, and it's just like he sits down, you guys are in the front, you're just chatting about White Monster or whatever. He just pulls up a little Pelican case, puts it on his thing. He puts on white gloves. He opens up the case. You see him panning, rolls up the window, and then screws on the canister, right? Real slow, like a silencer on a gun, right? And then closes the Pelican case and just goes, just makes you guys jump up. But just like a POV cam, I would love to see that.
That would have been hilarious.
I would grab that steering wheel and I would direct us directly into a brick wall.
Casey's parking lot.
No
wish
survivors.
is my command.
I will never ever get into Dan's truck ever again.
Okay,
Anyway,
we're having a blast, but we're going on a tangent.
by the way, Bob
That's what they're
CNC
for.
makes units all the way up to a 4 foot by 4 foot machine.
They call
Yeah, I
that one
told
the
you.
Big Roberta.
The big
The KL744.
What I was going to buy the not the small. I had the smallest one. I was going to
Robertito?
upgrade to the second one, and a friend of mine called. I posted mine. I sold mine on Facebook, and a friend of mine said, "Hey, I've got the X carve. How much you looking to spend?" And I said, "Well, I'm only going to spend $1,500. That's all I have." He goes, "Well, we'll sell you this. It's worth $3,200. We're going to give it to you for free because we just bought a 4x8, and we just want to get it out of the shop." So
the Bob CNC, is it just straight up like
It is
built?
straight up
It's
12 millimeter 9 ply Baltic birch.
yep.
4 foot
It's
by
not
4
even
foot
3/4
unit.
inch.
Baltic birch. It's like
Baltic
Gen
birch.
Zero Dominator.
It doesn't need to be 3/4 inch because it's got ribs and everything screws together.
For your pleasure.
It was
For
pretty,
her pleasure.
of course.
Look at Logan getting all defensive. It doesn't have to be 3/4.
Guys,
20.
guess the price point on this I'm sorry. Logan, go ahead. You finish.
No. I think, what is it? Was it about 600?
Guess the price point
$299.
on the 4 foot by 4 foot 12 millimeter 9 ply Baltic birch steel reinforced Bell Everman belt system.
Is that the $2,100 one?
Wait, and you have to buy the router, right?
Correct.
I'd rather just buy the files,
I'm saying
buy a
$1,200.
Onefinity, CNC all
15.
the parts on a Onefinity to build a Bob Finity, and then sell my Onefinity.
Guys, I just thought of a business idea.
Business idea. Yeah, all right. Again,
You
we
have
don't need
enough
another
business
Dominator in the
ideas.
field.
How much is it?
$3,475.
Honestly, I'm on their website right now. The photos don't even load.
Oh, also, yeah, this website is definitely dead.
It's-
They are not selling these anymore.
It looks
But
like
this
the
is
website
I'm
was
in the
built
comparison.
on Baltic birch.
9 millimeter.
All right, wait, I want to jump back to something.
You
Let's
can
talk-
buy a real, actual CNC for cheaper than the plywood one.
No.
You can buy the Onefinity Apprentice for under $1,000.
Dude,
You can buy the 4 foot by 4 foot 150 for cheaper than this.
I have to say that I think one of the coolest things that Onefinity came out with was that Apprentice, because if it had been out when I was starting,
Yes.
I wouldn't have bought that Bob's. That is genius. Starting
I was
point.
for years saying I want a hobbyist level CNC because there's nothing in the sub $1,000 market, and then they come out with that.
Yeah,
And there's
That
not a lick of
Apprentice-
plywood in that thing.
That apprentice they got, that can cut like 90-95% of the things
Yeah.
that I sell.
Dude, I have a CNC that
Yeah, no, it's
a
genius.
company reached out to me. They wanted me to like review it, and it's one of those like
Sane
limited
Smart or
extrusion
one of the ones.
Sane Smart, whatever. And it's nice, and I gotta say, like, even though it's like weird third party software, it out of the box, I was able to run a carve right out of the gate. Now, if I didn't have
Nice.
Vectric to actually generate
Yeah.
anything beyond what was free, I wouldn't be able to do it. But it worked out of the gate. It worked. It's $800 on Amazon. That's not even worth it. It's completely not worth it now. It's just it's
Two
so
Rivers reached out to me. That's the other one. They just reached out.
Two
They're like, hey,
Rivers?
Both
isn't
of
that
them?
the one? Yeah, both Rivers reached out. They have a lot of money, because they have two banks, 4 banks between the two of them.
The banks. I get it.
It was my turn?
That's
it was
good.
my
Yeah,
turn.
yeah.
for
A
the
lot of
dad
money because of
joke.
the banks.
That's a geography
These
joke.
are great jokes. We're all dads here.
No, but they reached out and I turned them down.
Well, all right. So
Once you go Bob, you never go back.
we're having a blast, but I'm trying to pinpoint.
Okay.
We're talking about tools, and I'm trying to pinpoint down to like how the F did you have a Newman Special pocket hole jig XL Pro Max?
Like a Brazilian of them.
like a
It's a
Brazilian,
I-
it's fully waxed too.
It was so smooth. So
let's talk about that a little bit.
okay, so Maxiwa reached out to me, and they wanted to promote their new table saws. So this is a company, they've been around for years, but they started out bigger in Brazil, and they moved up here and they started selling stuff years ago. And so they have two table saws. One looks like the Rigid, one apparently looks like the Laguna Fusion. I didn't even realize that. So at first they wanted the Rigid, and I already had a Rigid table saw. I said to them, nobody's going to believe that I upgraded from one table saw to the exact same type of table saw. That's not what I'm going to do.
And I didn't want to do that anyway. No, not yet. Not yet.
Maxiwa has panel saws, yo.
Yeah, they've got some great saws. They have a nice 5-foot slider that if I had more room in my shop, I would have been all over that. Tierney Woodworks. I can't think of his first name. He has the 5-foot and loves it. So I got
Christian?
Yes.
Christian Tierney?
Yes. Yeah. So he loves the 5-foot. So I got this saw, did some stuff with it. I like it. It's okay. But part of the contract that I signed with them was that they would fly me to one of the conferences. So they flew me down to IWF, and we did a giveaway, and I went live a whole bunch. And apparently the president of the company, who's from Brazil, the main president anyway, because they have a Brazilian and an American one. So this guy is over both of them. He said, "Hey, I'm so impressed. We want to name a tool after you and try to sell it. We've done this in Brazil with some success. We want to try it here just to see if it works." They said the only limitation is that it has to be one of the tools that we manufacture in Brazil, which are limited to a pocket hole jig, a edge bander, and something else. And I said, well, let's try the pocket hole jig. But I said to him, I had to be really honest. I said, I can't guarantee you that anybody's even going to care, because my followers are not buying a $4,000 pocket hole machine.
You keep saying pocket hole jig, but it is a giant machine.
It's a machine. Yeah. It's pneumatic. It's actually got two routers
not giant,
in it.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, it is the size of a table saw without the bed.
Yeah.
So they put my name on it. They put walnut panels on the front. It was kind of nice. And they sold it. They sold a couple of them. And it's a really neat machine. Actually, I would not have been able to do the stuff I did for Woodcraft and Microjig at the end of last year that they just showed. I wouldn't have been able to do it without that pocket hole machine. There's no way. So it's a really cool machine, but again, I don't know. It's just different.
I mean, it's a specialty device, but
they have dust collectors. I have an idea.
The Daniel Dunlap uncloggable. The bidet series, it never clogs.
So they have actually, speaking of your patrons, not that anybody said anything about your patrons, but Rosie, she got one of their smaller ones, 750 CFM. It's a nice little unit.
The dust
I had it for, yeah. It's nice because it's a smaller unit and it still does really well. And I think she really liked it.
Yeah, we were talking earlier today, me and Pete and Braden, we have a text chain, whatever. But I mentioned something that I wish I had a big enough shop where I could put like a dedicated dust collector to each machine.
Yeah.
And that something like that would be like perfect.
I do still think you need two zones. I think your planer and drum sander should just go to a separate hopper. Maybe even your joiner, because they're on that same side of the shop, right? They're in bay A or B,
sure,
depending on how you look at it.
The A bay.
And the A bay, and then the baby B is the other one with the table saw and miter station where he uses wood and miter saws daily.
I mean, Are you using them at the same time?
No.
No, but he add an ab to the word use, and then you kind of get what Dan's doing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like
I believe,
Dan-
I believe
that a
the
lot.
technical term is ridden hard and put away wet.
Dry. No, because
Really dry.
Dan did this. Let me paint a picture for you, and I wasn't even
Please
there.
don't.
This is based on conjecture and hearsay and whatnot. Dan packed his pipe, giggity, pun intended, like from the planer all the way to the dust collector, solid packed.
Mhm.
He was like, "Oh, I don't know why my dust collector doesn't work."
No. I never said that. I knew exactly why it didn't work.
Episode 278, hour and 20 minutes. Go check it
Okay.
out right now. Is Dan saying, "I don't know why my dust collection doesn't work." Oh,
Okay.
I had that written down. I had that
All
ready.
right. Yeah, sure.
But like Dan literally packed his pipe like an old hobbit, and he would.
Or an old head.
That's
'cause
why we
he
call him
smoked pipe.
Gandalf the Grey.
Ooh,
Oh,
I like that.
That was
Drop-
good. That
Yeah,
was
that's
good.
That's good. So yeah, Dan, I think you just need a shorter run so that you don't have as much pipe to pack
I
with
think.
shavings.
Hey,
The less
Pete,
running I do, the better.
Pete
Braden
in
said
May-
that he would come over and lay some pipe for you.
Well, Pete, in May, when you're here, we might need to carve out a day because Dan did specifically, and we can talk about this on our bench, said, it'd be nice if we took everything out and redid
Oh, I
everything
did.
nice.
Yeah, but then Braden was like, "Oh, you mean talking about like redoing all your conduit?" And I'm like, "Whoa, back up, bro."
Yeah, and then I immediately said, like, hey, are you talking about this Craigslist crackhead level electrical work that you got? He's like, no, not that. I just mean like a coat of paint.
I just want to paint over everything.
And also, I don't want to take anything off the walls. We'll just paint around it.
yeah,
My main concern with that is, and it's a serious question, like what is our budget for it? Because given the cost of US made aluminum right now with the tariffs and everything, can we afford all that Reynolds wrap to wrap all the pipe?
You son of a gun.
this is
You
my shop,
son
not
of-
Braden's.
I'll wreck you.
I'll just buy like chrome spray paint.
but overspray the ceiling completely, and then also have it land on everything.
Yes.
You ever see that episode
Oh my
of It's Always Sunny where Charlie's getting high on the chrome spray
Yeah.
paint? It'll look like that.
What is it? Witness me,
Witness me.
that too.
So dumb.
So Logan, you talked about your super duper mega pocket hole blaster. And you mentioned this when you're talking about it. You talked
PHP
about
for short.
this micro jig display that you gave Dan and I crap about for not
Oh, right.
personally
Telling you.
touching in Omaha. Tell us
Telling
about
you.
that. What
Is it still there? First
what's
of all,
going on?
It should be. First of all, I would like to say that nobody, what's on your bench or, Maker News, I didn't hear a single thing in Maker News.
I
This
didn't
is
know
big
about it
Maker-
until you messaged us and said, "Hey, assholes, why didn't you go
I
to the
need your
Omaha
back
Wood Scratch?"
scratcher to pull the knife out of my back.
We've
Just
talked about the
dislodge
micro jig, the new anniversary kit. We've talked about it.
I didn't know they were.
He
I didn't
has,
know
No, no,
he
no.
has
So-
special fixtures.
So what happens is I sell this thing called a bench topper, right? Another one of those designs that, let's start again. We got to start at the beginning because this
Start
to
at the
me,
beginning.
this was a weird sort of generation of ideas. I put a micro jig match fit groove on the front of my workbench, just along my 1.5 to 2 inch workbench, to clamp things and make a little vise. And I love
I got news for you. First of all,
He's
the groove is in the heart. Go on.
Don't let the music root. No, that's the wrong one. With Gloria Stefan, is that what we're trying to do?
No,
I think you're thinking of the Macarena.
Thank God, don't watch that. So I put the groove on my bench on the front of it, and that was really helpful because I wanted to be able to act like a vise. And then I also wanted to have the micro jig grooves on the top, but I didn't want to have something that was in the way or that I would, mess up my project. So I made a piece that went on the bench and off. and then I made a front to the pop piece. And so I had this whole design where I could take it on and take it off. And again, coming back to We See and See That, they said, oh, let's sell this as well. Actually, I said, do you guys want to sell this? And they said yes. And so when I started making my own stuff, I started selling these as well. So these sell really well. I have a large version and a small version, and it is simply a clamping station that you can put on top of your workbench to have that capability and then take it off when you don't need it. So I've been selling it for a while. I've been working with Microjig for a while because I continually use their stuff. And November of 2024, they reached out and said, hey, we should partner up. You're using a lot of our stuff. Let's see how we can work together. So then last year, they said, we would like to make a smaller version that we can ship out to all the woodcraft stores. And it took them 6 months to get everything dialed in and approved. And I shipped them all out before Black Friday, so they would be in the woodcraft stores before Black Friday. And of course, it didn't actually work. But what was it? Not this past Saturday, the Saturday before, they did a joint woodcraft and microjig demo day. And so my bench topper was one of the key parts of the demo that whole day.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, it's amazing. Like, it's one of those things you go, this is not something that's ever going to happen to me. My stuff at Woodcraft.
And of course, they paid you enough to retire from teaching. You just chose not to.
Absolutely. Yes.
You do it from the heart.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The group. You know what's really cool here? They were good enough to like reach out to you and say, hey, we want you to make this for us, instead of just completely ripping you off like other brands have done before.
Right.
Yeah, and dyeing it red.
And then just putting your stuff on Etsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously.
The
Seriously,
microjig
that-
Etsy.
That's a real
I think we talked about it a little bit last
Cool
time
move.
you were on. Like, there's been brands that have basically ripped you off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to say that they ripped me off because I don't know for a fact. Like, Chris knew for a fact that they ripped him off. He had somebody who said, I was in the room, this was brought up. For me, I don't have that fact except for the knowledge that mine came out, and about 6 months later, they came out with the same type of thing. And it was not something anyone else was doing. With my flattening jig, I always say that I just stepped laterally for what everyone else was doing. Everyone else is doing the rails. I said, I don't want the rails. I just want to put it on a table. And actually, do you guys remember, what was his name? Clean Cut Woodworks.
Oh, Clean Cut. It wasn't even clean.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Clear
He
Cut?
felt. Yeah, no, I think it was like Clean Cut. It wasn't in clear or clean. I don't.
I think
Whatever.
it was clean.
I think it was clean.
He had a booth at Maker Camp, and
He
then
did.
after Maker Camp,
I can see it over here.
disappeared off the
It
internet.
is Clean Cut. It is
It
Clean
was
Cut.
Clean Cut.
Woodworking.
Okay.
Yeah, he was
I
making
forget
them
his
and
name
selling
too.
them. He and I actually talked, and we were trying to develop his same style to work with my design of working on the table. But when you started it up, because it was rails, the whole thing actually twisted. So when you started the router, it went, oh.
Oh, because
So-
of the
Centrifugal force. Yep. And speaking of centrifugal force and routers, here's another thing that you can talk about in Maker News. November 3rd of this year, my book on routers for Fox Chapel Publishing will be published.
You
I-
wrote a book on routers?
I have a question because I get like books on tape, but books on router, like you turn on, it's just you just.
You just got to put it up near your ear and don't cut
Yes.
yourself. Yeah. Awful.
If you listen very closely, the different bits as you go through it will say different words.
If you put a router up to your ear, you can hear the Logan.
I've got
Yes.
a friend in me.
To be clear, we don't condone putting routers up to your ear. Don't
No.
do it.
You always take
For
your
legal
ear to the router.
purposes.
The amount of times that my Apple Watch is like, "Hey, loud environment." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. That's why
Mind your
keys
own
are
business.
That's my life. That's my life.
Mind your own damn business, Siri.
Yeah, right. That wedge. No, I wrote a book. They this company, like it was weird because like these people, Dan, they reached out to me via Etsy.
Really?
Etsy.
And-
Wow.
Man.
And I got the message and I said, this is fake. And I told my wife, I was like, I think this is fake. She goes, what's the worst that can happen? Talk to him. So we started talking. And it's touch and go, but I submitted everything last July. And it was supposed to be coming out this spring. And now it's coming out in November. So
What's the worst that could happen? Honey, they got the bank accounts.
yeah.
So I sent
I
my
have a-
social
I have
security
a
number and I waited.
Small follow-up question. Have you already chose a name for the book?
Because Dan's
'Cause I
got
have
a
a
new one.
suggestion.
I could tell. He's got a new one.
Uh-oh. Let's hear
Router
it.
barely newer.
The Art of the Router.
The art. No.
I don't get it.
Not,
Do
never.
you have a photo for the cover? Because I also have one.
Yeah, it's
Of you?
It's
It's
me.
a
in-
Pete.
It's
It's Pete
me
in
in
overalls.
overalls.
It's Pete in overalls.
I think I'm not 100% sure, Braden, but I think the goal is to sell the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're all
That's what we're
together.
talking
yeah,
about.
that's what we're trying. We're
So,
spitballing how to
so
do that
the
better.
image of Pete in overalls, I think.
Wait, don't make me Peter Dinklage you here in the Elf. Like I've got 30 solid ideas in this book.
Do you know
already.
how much ass I get?
Oh,
Pete's gonna start yelling.
it's an angry Pete.
It's an angry Pete. So they developed the. So originally they came to me and they said we want to do a book on a router, and I said, well, I'm kind of known more for jigs right now, and I've got jigs for the router. Can we do something
I
like
got
that?
jigs for days.
I do, and so they said yes. And basically, with the book, I have a whole introduction where I talk about the router, cleaning the bits. I mean, just everything like start to finish. And then, although I realized the other day, I don't have anything in there about bushings, router bushings, but
I'm not.
completely
That's
missed
all
the
I care
bushing
about.
chapter.
I'm not gonna.
I
I'm
know.
not gonna.
but I do have. You know what? Interesting.
who
I
reads the
did
audiobook?
speeds and feeds. I reached out. I did a Chat GPT. I said, "What is the speed?" This I forget how I asked it, but I needed it to come up with a good speed for me, and it was able to generate the idea of how fast and slow you should use a router in terms of
Football fields.
no 'cause
Unladen
that's-
swallows.
Yes, we did that with the coconuts. It was perfect. But anyway, so I did that. Then I have 10 jigs that I made, including my flattening jig, portable router table, the fence. I have a couple other ideas in there. And then there are 3 projects I made using only the jigs. So I have a box where I actually made the miters and everything for the box. I have a plant stand, a small plant stand that could be scaled up to a coffee table or a side table with round tops because I have a circle
No.
jig.
Sorry to interrupt, but did you do photos or illustrations for all those projects?
Photos, which was a
You
pain.
just submitted with the photo. Oh, with the
Yeah.
book. Okay.
So I took hundreds of pictures on my phone, and actually I was talking to George von Driska.
On Driscoll.
Von Driska.
Yeah, thank you. And because he's done a couple, I'm sorry about that. And that's one of the things we're talking about is how hard it is to. God, it's so hard to take pictures. Like, so I got one of the clickers, right? And so here I am. Like you could see in the photo, you could see me holding the router, and here's one hand with the fingers curled in as I'm holding the clicker. So
No,
it
you take
takes
the,
the
shoe
pictures.
off, big toe presses the button.
Oh my God, it was close. It was close a couple of times. Yeah. I dropped
By the way-
something else down on it.
If you do an audiobook, can I just request Luke Gelman read it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can request whoever you want.
Luke in a garage. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he would do a good job reading that book.
So anyway, so that's coming out this year.
Art of the
And again,
Router as performed by Luke in the Garage.
Forward by Alex Adams.
No.
Oh, that's great, dude. That's crazy. You're doing so many cool things. You got you got the hookup with all these brands, with Microjig, with the I'm forgetting the name of the
Dare I
one.
say you are crushing it?
Yeah.
but I'm not. It's funny because
You appear to
When
be
I can-
crushing it.
so I am almost the same follower count as I was the last time I was on here because I have
That
lost
doesn't
so
mean
many.
anything.
No, but it's one of those things like, you look at stuff and that is a metric of how you're doing social media wise. Because I've watched JLM Woodworks, Justin Metzer. Like in the past 7 months, he's gone from 110 up to like 330,000 followers. I had a video 2 days ago hit 3.5 million views, and it's got, I've had videos in the past that literally gained me 50,000 followers, and this has done nothing. And that's one of the things whenever you're looking at social media, you talk about that as a metric of how well you're doing social media wise. However, and I do want to say this, I still think I'm doing really well because I love interacting with everybody. And I feel like that's something I'm known for too, is the fact that, you get the YouTube comments and you respond and people are like, wait, you're responding to me? You're talking to me? I'm not used to leaving a comment and getting an answer.
I will say this for you. You are consistently, and I notice, my friend, you are consistently like one of the first people to comment on anything I post.
You are so active.
Dare I say,
Yeah.
stalkerish.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not commenting enough on your stuff because I actually noticed that you are like one of the first ones on there.
Yeah.
I
It's usually my mom and then Logan.
I
For
actually
me,
just
it's
kind
Logan,
of
I'm
gave
like-
don't want to tell you that I'm with your mom, but
Oh, snap.
she's like, Dan posted, you got to say something.
I will
I'm
say
going to
this,
send
I'll-
you pictures of my mom, and we'll see if that joke's still
I'm going to
funny.
quote Kobe here. It appears that Kobe. It appears that Logan is a different animal but the same beast.
What do you mean, Kobe Bryant? But I'm the best.
It's silly, but like
that is
it's
one
like,
of my things.
I mean, think of like I think all three of us, or at least me and Dan, we have rose up in like I don't want to say the mid years of Instagram. We skyrocketed.
up like a phoenix.
And we have kind of maintained in the 100K. I've actually dipped. I am below 100K now.
I like to lie to myself, and I think Logan alluded to this a little bit ago. I like to think that I'm losing as many followers as I gain, and
Yeah.
I'm gaining more active followers because they're more engaged.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop that. Don't watch the video this week.
Oh my god!
Go watch the video.
No, but the reality is like Instagram is dipping because they're I don't know if they're deleting all the old accounts or I'm just saying very inflammatory stuff in my stories. But my numbers are going down. But like my business is growing, my life is growing.
Yeah,
what I do is bigger. It's better than when I started. When I went viral, I'm doing way cooler stuff now than I was then. And
I really think that you're losing the people that just followed you from a viral reel are falling off, and you're just slowly
sure those are
gaining
also
more
fake accounts. Instagram's just removing.
engaged followers.
Could it also? Did your credit card expire and maybe like your paid for bots like
Your-
getting-
I-
bot
I-
subscription.
I did checks
wait.
that then bounce.
So I interesting. This was a conversation I had because we have a half day coming up for school in February, and
You're gonna have a day off on Monday.
gonna have a monocle day.
if I don't care about Monday, as long as Tuesday is not a day off.
No, I laughed,
come on.
Braden. I laughed. I looked at you. I
Thank
was
you.
like,
That was hilarious,
That was
and it was
why?
a glasses joke.
Yeah, a monocle day. Come on,
Yeah,
one.
It's a half day, one day. Because
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give it to you.
bifocals, monocle, half day.
So we're gonna have a half
take it
day.
back.
Highbrow
Yeah.
joke.
Don't make me ChatGPT.
You had to
more
explain it. Yeah.
That's what makes it funnier.
Wait. So going back to this other conversation. So on this half day, it's going to be a day where the teachers or whoever else gets to, counselors can do it as well. We're coming up with different things to get the kids involved. So it's more of a fun day than a class day. We're not going to have classes that day. And I was originally going to do something else. And then I don't even want to say what I was going to do because that's just weird. I was going to do a cow eye dissection, which I've done before. And actually,
Thank you for clarifying.
That didn't go the direction I was
Very
expecting.
confused.
it's kind of weird, but it's a lot of fun. It's different. And actually, one of the other teachers came in today. She goes, I would love for you to do this. This kid that I talk to every day said how much he enjoyed this last time you did it. It was something different that he's never done before. And I told her I was going to do it, but I decided instead I'm going to do a social media / influencer discussion with kids because there's so many kids who go, I'm going to be an influencer. I want to be a social media. And I want to be able to have that conversation with them. Yeah.
Let me show you the morons that are
wear
influencing
yoga
that I know.
pants.
Do these kids know who they're
Wear
talking
yoga
to?
pants.
I tried the yoga pants
have
thing.
they
That's when I
banged you?
lost a lot a
Yeah.
I
Some
need
of
to
my
try
students
the
follow me.
overalls like Pete wears.
Yeah, I'm very much trying to stay under the radar at work. No one seems to know, or if they have looked me up, they haven't said anything, and I'm just keeping it that way.
Pete, I found your OnlyFans.
It's going to be really hard to keep it under wraps with the
No.
billboard I paid for March.
Oh no, I do terrible
Please
things
tell
to
me-
keyboards on there.
Can the
Please tell
podcast
me
pay
it's-
for a billboard in New York City?
We
We can't
can.
afford
Please tell
that.
me it's in
We
cover-
cannot
coveralls.
afford New York City.
We can, but we took out a loan. Turns out I don't exist in banks.
I
but
want
you
a
guys
billboard
do.
Or
over the
Aretha.
JFK bridge or something.
JFK
Just Pete in
I don't-
overalls.
Dan,
I'm
you
not
can
even
barely
going to
afford a
Washington.
billboard
Oh my
in
God.
Omaha in a cornfield.
Here's my 150 DPI image. Make it billboard sized.
If you squint, you can tell. Oh, that guy's Polish.
Oh no! How? Oh,
So
geez.
how many cows are wandering around your home with just like eye patches?
No.
I always tell the kids,
They
they're like,
just go around going, "Arr, move."
it's funny because
They
the kids
shop
will
at
be like,
Menards.
because in the first year we do a cow eye dissection so the kids can see what the eye looks like. And they're always, where'd you get the eyes? Well,
Don't ask
I
questions.
went out every night.
You remember that
Before
hobo
this,
that
I
used
go out
stand
to a
on
farm.
21st and 2nd Street?
Remember that totaled car from Driver's Ed?
I tell them. It's funny.
There's a
It's
bunch
fun.
of cows from the band Third Eye Blind, so now they're just regular cows.
Blind cows, 2 eyes.
Well, I want to get into so I don't think we have time for a full what's on the bench, but I do want to hear what Logan's working on. So I think we should do a quick little bench, but Logan.
What's on your bench topper?
Yeah. Well, wait, Dan.
What's on my bench?
We got to do the
I
thing.
was doing it special for him.
It's not as good.
Bench topper.
The guy that I recorded this with, actually, it's somebody from Fiverr, sounds just like you. Better. Yeah.
Yeah. He was young once.
Yeah. So Logan, what are you working on these days, man?
So Etsy orders.
Yo, you
Man.
mother.
My man.
He clearly listens to the podcast, but you have to
My
say it all
man.
sad, like you're
I've
defeated.
got
Etsy orders.
I've got Etsy orders. I got to run the laser. I gotta get the CNC fired up. I got orders for bench toppers, which we're doing really well. They slowed down recently, but I was selling. I think I sold 9 of them in the past week and a half, which always surprises me because they sell for. Actually, I want to talk about this. They sell a decent amount. So I'm in talks with one company about figuring out if they can start putting them in their store. And I wanted to talk to Dan BTB, WTB.
WTB.
Thank you. I was thinking about reaching out to them about it as well, because that and the flattening jig. Yeah.
Yeah, reach out to Bill. Bill's stocking a lot of like maker,
especially like if you can deliver your orders in a timely manner, he probably would be so down for it.
Yeah, because he has a hard time with Nick from State of Woodco, and definitely not Dan.
Well, Nick actually.
Oh wait, I mixed those two up.
So it's interesting.
We're throwing Nick under the
website.
bus? Okay.
No, we love Nick.
Nick sells a cornhole jig that looks a lot like the one I've been selling for a couple of years. So,
it's just a circle. It's a 4-inch circle jig. Come on. I'm kidding.
So no. It's interesting when I had to make a cornhole board, and I was like, how is nobody making just a piece that lines up in the middle where the hole has to be? I was like, I'm going to start selling this. And that was one of the first things I started selling as an MDF piece. I was like, all right. I started selling that on Etsy, and I've sold a bunch of those now. I have them out of acrylic.
Braden, I just thought of something.
What's that?
Uh-oh.
Those.
Maze hole
But
board.
out of HDPE.
Nebraska native maze holes.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, maze hole.
Whoa, watch
Don't
your
be a
mouth.
maze hole. Don't be
Marvelous
a maze hole.
Mrs. Maisel.
Little
That's
hazelnut
amazing.
coffee.
Show title.
Guys, I've been writing down show titles this whole. I've got
write
a list.
I'd write down more, but I had another Pepsi incident.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I only have like little post-its, so I ran out of room.
So anyway, that's what's on my bench. What's on you guys' bench?
Hey,
Nah,
Anything exciting?
that's the orders.
that's the orders.
That's the orders.
My bench is Dan.
Dan
Dan is my bench this week.
is just fucking Dan.
Got him.
That's honestly like, you need to start doing that as if it's Dan doing Etsy orders. Just be like, yeah, that I'm working on Gabby's thing and then a space for Aretha, and then just like Dan. Anyways, Pete, what's on your bench? Just say it like it's an afterthought. Like, yeah, everyone knows what I'm doing. I'm doing Dan.
We don't have to talk about the bench, but we did hint at it in the pre-show.
Yeah,
You need to hear the delivery story.
I want to hear the delivery
yes.
story.
Yes. Braden, go ahead.
Dan, paint us a word picture.
Well, you see, it was a January afternoon.
Crisp.
Keep it tight though, because we don't have a lot of time.
To start this year, not last year.
Don't use watercolor.
As you know,
And you haven't even done the questions.
God.
We'll see. Well, we can.
As you know, I live on a hill. Okay, so it's always
Mount
an
Omaha.
interesting adventure whenever I get a bigger machine dropped off here, because you never know how that's going to go. Not only do I live on a hill, but my driveway is at a 30-degree angle as well.
20.
So whatever, it's steep. It's a steep driveway. As noted by Braden driving away the old grizzly planer and scraping the crap out of my driveway.
Wow.
Anyways, yeah, he didn't even fix it, this son of a bitch. So the driver shows up and he can't even get his pallet jack under the planer, which is roughly 650 pounds. I mean, it's a stout boy. It's pretty heavy. It's solid cast iron.
Draw us a picture.
I see it in front of my eyes.
And he's got the back end of the truck facing downhill at first, which is just, you're fighting gravity at this point. So he's trying to figure out how to get the pallet jack under the planer. He's having a hard time. It's the pallet's too short. So he's like, man, if I keep doing this, it's just gonna yeet out the back like that. Yes, like the picture.
Can you draw your Jeep for scale?
No. So at least this guy had the frame of mind to go, okay, I need to go to the top of the hill and turn around so the back end of the truck is facing uphill.
Use momentum.
Oh man. So
That's what he said. We should use. I'll use the momentum, and we immediately thought Kamani reel.
yep. Braden was like ready. He was locked and loaded to get a Kamani level
He wanted
reel.
that to just explode.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if
do.
you don't follow Kamani Van Stray Designs, I think he got a table saw delivered from Harvey. It must have been the guy's first
Not
day
a Harvey
that was
issue.
delivering
It's just it was the driver.
No, it was not a Harvey issue.
Yeah.
But it must have been the driver's first day because he brought it out too far and it just fell off the back of the truck. Yeah. So anyway, that was the whole adventure. And then I had to use Dan's scraps to elevate the pallet. So he's like, the driver's like, "Do you got any scrap wood?" And I'm like, "Bruh, do I have
You
scrap wood?"
got any 2x4s? 2x4s will work just a little bit.
No,
Like
I got curly walnut, boys.
Bolted maple, bro.
So, once he flipped it around and we got the walnut extenders on there, it wasn't a huge issue, but pushing it up the driveway kind of sucked. It took all three of us quite a bit of power because the last time I got a planer delivered, the truck driver at least had a powered jack, so it could like drive up the driveway. Not this one.
Ooh, nice.
Braden, I appreciate you doing the pictures like one of those French girls.
This is
More
the delivery guy struggling. And this now that it's here, this is the box. This is Happy Dan.
Yeah, there you go. Braden drew a picture. Go check it out on YouTube.
Until Dan realized that he didn't have the right plug and was ready to just go
man.
scorched earth.
No, the planer didn't come with a plug actually.
Yeah, it
What?
comes bare, so you can
It
put
comes
whatever
plugless.
whatever
Bare
plug
You got to
Bare
add
back.
your own plug.
Interesting.
So
It's a feature, not a bug.
I am not an electrician, so I didn't know. I looked at the outlet on the ceiling because it's on the ceiling. We won't
As
talk
an
about.
outlet should be.
We won't talk about my electrical setup. But I looked at it. I was like, "Oh, it's three prongs, and it's got a little hook there." And okay, I'm gonna go to Menards and get that. And I went to Menards, and they got like 6 different ones, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just guess. I think it's this one because all the numbers look rightish. I even looked up.
He guessed by feel.
I looked up the amperage.
Well, doesn't it help that they're mirror images of each other, Braden, right?
Yeah.
I looked up
You'll
the
get to that
amperage of the Oliver planer on the website, and it said it was 18 amps. I'm like, okay, a 20 amp. It's got to be the 20 amp. 20 amps good. So I bought a 20 amp. Wrongo. The plugs were all wrong. So I go back. I switch it for a different 20 amp plug. Bring it back to my shop. Wrongo. Like, are you kidding me? So at least Braden had the good idea he's like, hey, this is probably the one you need. And it comes with a 10-foot cord. So we'll just swap out the cord because I also needed more cord because of my
Then your
shop.
ceiling.
Yeah. So there you go.
What is the worst delivery that you guys have had of a tool?
Probably my jointer. That sucked. Just because it came in 2 parts. I currently have the Laguna 8-inch helical head.
Okay.
And it came in 2 parts. And the top is solid cast iron. It's super heavy. And I tried to put it together alone.
Mistake.
Yeah, big mistake. Huge mistake.
8-inch mistake.
For
At
me,
least.
the biggest sketchiest
That's what
one
we've
was
called it.
Laguna bandsaw because I was trying to stand it up by myself. And I
Oh
was trying
yeah,
not to
yeah.
scratch it.
That too.
Yeah,
That's too.
standing it from laying flat to standing up was scary. But
Yeah.
joiner, you're right. The joiner comes taken apart.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually,
Sucks.
I think mine is my joiner too. I have the 6-inch jet, which is obviously not 8 inches, but I assembled it and
It's 2
glad
inches
you know
smaller.
It
FYI.
is.
Yeah, glad you know that.
But the
Mine's
problem
like
was
8 and an
I
8.
assembled it barefoot in my empty garage at our
Oh,
new
no.
house, completely alone at midnight.
What is wrong?
So
with you?
anything had gone wrong.
I mean, we've all done things alone at midnight, but like the barefoot part.
Braden was standing in the garage, 9 toes down.
Oh, I helical-headed myself.
Well, first, I would like to congratulate the three of you on not making any other jokes about the 2-inch difference.
I wanted to, but I got
We
morals.
don't make fun of ourselves, okay?
You're so mature.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You shoot in that direction. There's 3 other barrels
Our
pointing
jokes
right
don't
back.
start till 5 inches.
So I got I have the Harvey Alpha A15
With
And-
AI?
Yes, and
ChatGPT.
Wait, your
that
bandsaw
comes
has
extra.
ChatGPT?
You have to buy
Grok.
the subscription. I'm just kidding. It does
CapCut
not.
Pro.
It has a screen. It's got a monitor and everything. But here's the thing: as the guy brought it down the driveway towards my garage, I had the garage door open, and as we're getting closer, I looked at him. I said, "That's not going to fit through my garage door, is it?" We looked and he said, "Nope." So we stopped, and we could not get it through the garage door. It's 900 pounds on the pallet. It's 700 pounds off the pallet.
Easy.
So
That's a lot of pallet.
3
Tilt it,
hours.
That's only 500 pounds.
3 hours
Ooh.
I spent by myself trying to wiggle this thing off the pallet and into my shop by myself in the rain as it was drizzling.
Oh, wow.
And then I get it into the shop, and I had to get it up onto the spider base. I may or may not have done some really stupid things that could have injured me, but
We've all done those.
Hey,
Like
After
doing
midnight,
all
we
of this
survived.
with the
Questionable
bandsaw running.
footwear.
yes,
it's a good thing it has a nickel top, right?
right.
But it doesn't have a nickel back.
No.
Nice.
That's it. We're done here. That's it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you all. Thanks for. We'll see you all next week.
I'd like to point out, just talking about like moving your bandsaw alone. Dan thought we were going to get his new planer off the pallet, him and me. And I'd like to point out, Dan has a bad body. Like, not just back, body.
Seriously, back. He's just like a bad body.
And he's like, no.
No,
And he
I'm not
comes
the-
over.
I'm
He's
not
got
the-
he's got 8-quarter scraps of curly walnut from
I'm
Nick
not
tables.
the Puerto Rican singer that's doing the Super Bowl.
Not bad bunny, bad
Yeah.
body.
That body.
Yeah, body's
How,
by bad.
How much does this thing weigh?
600 pounds.
It's 600 pounds. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not on the pallet. This isn't a 200-pound
So
pallet.
even if Braden just heaves 400 pounds, it's 200 on Dan. That's not.
I
I
enough.
thought if we tilted it just right.
Yeah, he stacked up like 8-quarter pieces of Nick brim side tables, which means Nick would have at least helped. And
In
he's like,
spirit.
yeah, we're just gonna wiggle it, and then we'll lean it, and then and I'm like, no, we're not.
We'll balance it on the corner, and I'll take the pallet out, and we'll just put it down.
I have Sutton and another guy doing a job 8 minutes up the road. I'll be back when I feel like it, and I'm bringing them. And so Sutton came, and our other guy Josh.
Oh, you
and-
brought muscle in.
yeah,
Yeah, and then the
I brought
muscle
young
just
people.
proceeded to make fun of
Yeah.
me the whole time.
Oh, the entire time. It
have
was the roast.
This
it
guy
was the
that I'd
roast.
never met in my life was like
Dan,
ripping me.
you had professional help.
You got
Come-
soft lady hands. Let me get that for
contractor-
you.
Hard-handed guys come in and help you out. You sit there and you take it.
It
Oh,
was.
I took it.
I brought Sutton
I
back.
even said, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?"
Dan
Sutton
damn
also
near
turned.
dislocated his asshole with that one.
Sutton also turned to Josh, our new guy, who, and I love this.
He
I
already
love the
knows
banter.
where he fits in with the dynamic.
Pretty much. He turns to him as he's now just introduced Dan, and I used to work for Dan. Lunches were way better than they are now. But if you've ever wondered why I am so particular about how we clean up job sites, and then he just turns and just gestures.
Dude, you got burned by a former employee.
And it was fantastic. And he couldn't say anything because we still had to get the planer off.
Just grinding his teeth. But
and then he's like,
he can't say anything
He's like,
because look at his shop.
"You remember when you fired me?" I'm like, it was more of a layoff situation.
He didn't fire or lay him off. It just he just faded out the work.
Sutton
until he
pointed
stopped showing
Sutton
up.
pointed to tools on the table. It's like those are still there when I left.
Is that what caused the rust on the table saw?
No, that's a
I
whole
showed
nother
it,
story.
and
That's a whole
you
nother
would have
story.
thought Sutton was going to punch Dan in the mouth. Just oh, it was fantastic. It was the highlight of my month.
Dude, if there's
That's
stuff
funny.
in place from when Sutton left,
There
I have.
wasn't. There wasn't.
I don't know.
It
It
was,
was
a
a
bit.
joke. It was a joke.
I don't know, but is it though? Yeah, like the wooden rack on the left side of the shop by the planer. Dan
The
never touches
the
anything
record
on it.
stand,
Yeah,
Dan.
Dan never touches.
Oh
anything on it.
yeah, that was. Oh god, yeah.
I got him.
One of these days I'll finish that record, cabinet.
Guys, if anyone knows of any youngster that's looking to learn
Hey,
woodworking from a semi quarter professional,
the Nick Brim.
Yeah, you've
number
got Nick
2
Brim
down the street.
2.0.
stop trying to think that that's going to happen.
But yeah, it was great. And I will say it. Dan paid the price to get this planer off the pallet. He paid it with a grimace and a smile on his face. And then we get it onto the ground and we don't see the wheels. The Grizzly had like a very obvious mobile base built in.
And
then-
saying mobile base is a bit of a stretch.
It has
had a wheel.
wheels.
It had a wheel.
It had
a wheel.
3 wheels. We just like lean against the Oliver. Mobile base built into it. We had no idea the entire time.
So
It's a
you could have
fantastic mobile base.
No.
you
We
could have
could
rolled
not
it
have.
off the pallet.
We could not have. No, we could not have. Do not put that out there.
You
That was
could have-
never an
You
option.
could have just built a ramp.
No,
See,
that was
now
never
you're
an
thinking,
option.
Logan. If we would have
A
just
ramp?
tilted the pallet itself and built a walnut ramp.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah. So
Obvious.
Put some
But now-
45s on the end of the board. There you go.
45,
but Dan
47,
Dan
whatever.
got it all
32.
wired up. He added in the plug. Dan is always a little
I'm
cautious
honestly-
about electrical,
Dan,
and
I'm
I
blown
get
away by
over
you.
there. He's like, I got this, Braden. Get
Dan-
out of here.
In all my years of knowing Dan, anytime there's electrical, he gets an adult. The fact that you did 220-30 amp electrical, A, scary. B, so proud of you. Like,
it works.
you did it, and it worked. Yeah,
Nothing
It worked.
burned down yet.
not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait to see that reel.
Yeah,
when did
this is
your grandson house burn down? Oh, about 70. How'd you
you know? This is also the same man, the
I
only
love that
man
word.
I know that has had significant like garage door damaging kickback from a
Oh, yeah.
drum sander
Yeah.
because he used it like a planer. Yeah,
Like,
I've never had that.
he Hemi
Oh,
swapped it. He swapped
Did
it
you
with a
guys
Hemi.
did you guys see that I reposted that old
Please,
video of
once a
the
month,
drum
do it.
sander kickback? And I'm getting like roasted in the comments on
Good.
Facebook. They're like, "You're using it backwards."
No, the
Not-
guy that
not
almost cut
with
off his
the
wiener
intention.
did.
Facebook.
The
I
intention
love
was to
Facebook.
get out of that stuck garage door. I'm using it the right way.
Jeez, my
I
God,
actually lost that window from kickback.
it looks
Oh,
pretty
yeah?
good.
I see it
Oh,
right
that's,
there.
that's why the banner's there.
I found it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a hole in the middle.
Years ago when my kid's treehouse was there, it was really great watching the boards slam through there and hit their treehouse.
Oh no,
If
no kids
only you
inside.
got
Felt
it
like a
on
great
video.
dad.
The
Yes.
Dan and I bad table saw video also, like half the comments are, we thought it was going through the glass because I have a door behind me. Yeah, people just want to see glass break.
Or they
Yeah.
just want to tell you how wrong you are and
No,
how they
that's
know
what
everything.
they
Braden,
want.
just go ahead and post a video that's just like you throwing like chunks of 2x4s on a blade, spinning, launching across.
Yeet!
Just do it.
Wait.
I can do that.
Wait, I gotta go, Dan. I gotta say this because going back, people just want to tell you how wrong you are.
Oh
I
yeah,
posted-
always. Yes.
I posted a video of boards that I bought from plywood that I bought from Lowe's that had visible huge gaps across the middle.
Uh-huh.
I had somebody come on there and tell me that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about because that's not really plywood.
Yeah, it's
Well,
amazing.
you clearly
I
don't
just-
know what you're talking about.
I lean into those commenters now. Like, hey, if you're going to tell me how wrong I am, so be it.
Dan,
let me gain all your engagement.
Yeah,
and boost my video.
Facebook.
The best move is an Iron Man approach. I have a plan. Attack.
Yeah.
Dan, I want
Always
you to respond to it. Next time a video goes viral, I want all of your responses Yo Mama themed. That was great. And like, ask your mother. I'm like, whoa.
Well, yeah, I posted a video of Braden using the mellow, and I put like a funny audio with it. And somebody said, "How are those safety glasses working out for you?" Because Braden wasn't wearing anything. And I said, "Ask your mom."
Yeah, I just want that to all the responses.
I'm also kind of pissed because I actively wear safety glasses now because I swapped out my Meta glasses. The lenses are actually safety glasses, and I had taken them off for that one section.
What you got to do is 3D print little like clip-ons that just point down and say, these are safety lenses certified by Dr. Schrodinger, whatever, like whoever your optometrist is.
Dan, I know your next piece of Oliver content with your new planer, doing stuff wrong.
Kickback.
We're going to crank it down and take 1 whole inch off of something.
Whoa.
Although
it won't fit.
When it eats it up, it's probably it's going to be more of a sales thing.
It literally won't fit because of the lip.
Not with that attitude.
That's the correct attitude. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't want to hear no lip. I don't want to hear about no lip.
Well, you're going to hear about the lip.
Stop giving him lip.
There's a lip.
All right.
It's a cast iron lip.
Let's get some questions. We're way off the rails.
Well, on my bench, all I did was just sort through all the tools I had since we all did a bench.
Neat.
Yeah.
That's right. We did kind of just all do a bench. Although,
yeah, we kind of did. I was just trying to get Logan to do one. For me, it's just sorting through all the tools in my shop. But luckily, we've sold off all. I am officially in the green. Black, whatever.
I thought you were in the green when you bought it because of all the festival.
Wait, I thought you were in New Jersey.
Until I I technically live in
There's definitely no green in New Jersey.
There's green. I've seen where Pete lives. He lives in the only green part of the state.
No,
it's that's called Green Township.
Sludge?
That's actually true, and I hate it.
Yeah. Drive past cornfields off of Route 80. It's just like Nebraska.
It's Nebraska. I thought we'd got on the wrong plane.
Yeah. What in the corn?
Am I home?
Let's do some questions. Rapid fire. And we got this here too. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I turned down audio because we were being naughty earlier.
It's okay. It's our first time doing this.
And wait, don't be coy. Time for the questions with the AWP boys.
And Logan Newman. All right. First questions from Brandon.
If had a choice between setting up a 2-stall garage workshop or a basement workshop, which would you choose? Brandon Phinney.
Dan, as the person who last moved a large new tool, I'd like to hear your opinion first.
Well, I want to assume here, because I don't think he wants to go down and say
you make an ass out of you and Braden.
Dan and Braden, yeah, exactly. I want to assume that there is a walkout.
You got to take it around to the side of the house.
I wouldn't assume that.
Yeah, I have seen enough of these yahoos that are hauling down.
These yahoos pay us monthly. They're called patrons.
I know, I love them for it, but they're hauling down.
I thought it was patreon.com, not
dungeons.
patreon.yahoo.com.
Yahoo.com.
Yahoo.
Because my answer changes significantly if there's a walkout or no walkout.
My answer doesn't change at all.
No.
Not for one single second.
I had the basement.
The ceilings aren't tall enough. The challenge of getting larger tools down there, the challenge of getting lumber down there. No, give me that garage.
And don't forget, most of them have. That's where the laundry room is. So now you've got the dust in there. So you have to create a space. Then you've got also the fact that if you're running a loud planer and your wife is watching TV right above you, she's yelling at you. If you have a fan circulate, what the hell is that called? Not a dust collector.
Just HVAC.
Yeah. No. I mean,
an air scrubber. An air scrubber.
Air scrubber. Gotcha.
And that's shaking the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
Also-
ton of
Also taking into consideration that typically your furnace is probably going to be in your basement.
Yep.
So if you
But
got
there's plenty
if
of
you
people
got
that have it in the-
sawdust flying around there, that's going to circulate through your whole house.
There is
carry
also
a 4
people
by
that
8 sheet of
have it
plywood down
in
there.
their garages too, like either a furnace or a hot water heater. They'll have that in the background too. So like, there's pros and cons to all of it. I will say this: I think we're all agreeing garage, right?
Just ignore it, Braden. Just ignore it. Just go with it, Braden.
Braden
What?
has
Just go with
questions. You don't
Braden?
like my
Yeah.
Go
you
with
don't
it.
like my dust in the air.
No,
Theory?
I was 100% garage when we started this, but as you guys described every one of those problems, I can very easily overcome most of them.
By putting
And
up
I'm
a
looking
wall.
around my basement. I'm like, I'd actually have more room down here, and I'd have a bar, and I'd
and you'd
have
have
a
a
bathroom,
walkout.
and I have a walkout. So the only inconvenience would be getting material back down here.
Which is also walkout. If you have a way to pull around,
Well,
if
I'd
you
have
bought
to
the
go
property
around.
next door.
I'd have to go around.
You buy the property next door.
I've looked at that a lot.
The
and there's
basement,
not a
you
good way to
coward.
get there.
the
There's not-
basement
no,
makes
I'll
more
do it.
challenges.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. I have seen plenty of woodworkers that have a walkout basement or one that where like there's full doors, French doors, a regular door, garage door into the basement. Like the garage is the basement.
Well, that's
There's
cheating.
here's the thing. It's not ideal because yes, if you're running tools, you're under your house. There's more noise, there's more dust, there's more everything, right? And you're connected to laundry room, HVAC, all that stuff. Not ideal. But if you have 1,200 square feet in a basement and your wife's like, yeah, go ahead and take it. It's not finished. Go do your thing. And there's a garage door there. Maybe you just
Yeah,
insulate the ceiling. Maybe that's the move.
So make the ceiling even shorter than it was before.
Yeah,
Well,
you
let's say
could-
it's a 9
you
foot
could-
ceiling.
well-
I've seen basements with 10-foot ceilings. I'm just
Okay,
trying to
Richie
positive
Richardson.
Yeah, right.
You can
Jeez, 9-foot ceilings in a basement.
You shoot
Lucky.
open cell spray foam into the joists.
This
It's
guy.
excellent for
There you
sound
go.
deadening.
There you go.
Yeah, I
Look,
will
the
say
whole
though-
argument is if you have a choice between the garage or the basement, you're going to go for the garage. Look, if all you have is the basement, you
Yeah.
do it,
Here's the
obviously.
thing. Dan, you're missing the
But if
big
you have the
point.
choice, you take the garage every time. I don't understand how this is even an argument.
But Dan, you're missing the big point.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you are. Guess what? What are you sitting next to? You don't have a base. Well, that's not your basement,
Wait.
but that is your basement that you're sitting in.
Wait.
Braden, you're sitting in your basement.
I'm not in my basement.
Me, I have a space in my basement. What you do is you do both. You do both. You tell your wife you're taking
Wait.
both.
I'm looking in
Good
here.
luck with
I
that.
I can fit bigger than a 5x10 CNC over if I, just
know,
get rid
well,
of.
but you
I
don't want a
I
CNC
want
in your
to. I
basement.
want to throw one wrinkle in here
Please,
because
go.
it's not. You're also talking. We're assuming that they have a walkout in the basement, but I think Dan and I
I'm
are also assuming
positively, yeah.
that they have a 2-car garage. What if they only have a 1-car garage, but they have, like you said, 1,800, 1,200, whatever square feet in the basement?
I think you have a maker space in like I have my print shop, my makers.
I mean, that's
There's
a valid
a lot of
point.
what ifs here, but
yeah, is like soldering, 3D printing, like small assembly.
why would you
finishing.
put grass
basement?
in your basement?
But like the wood shop is in the garage, so like if you're
Yeah.
able to, why not split it? You might not need a full 2-car bay for all
I've
your
actually-
tools, depending on who you are.
I would say
I've actually
matter
thought
what, I'd
about
say the
putting
garage.
my digital fabrication stuff down in the basement.
Why
Like
not?
Oh, that
a
makes
couple
sense.
lasers, the 3D printers.
Dan,
and stuff.
I'm shocked that you haven't moved your entire space
that
you're
takes
sitting
work.
in.
Oh,
Oh,
my
good
God.
point. Yeah.
All right, well,
yeah.
We'll figure
game
out when
over.
Nick and I have a free day.
Actually, yeah, that would be a good recording studio because it's down in the basement.
Yeah,
It's quiet.
with the hot tub and everything.
I heard a rumor that
Hot tub ain't there anymore.
I
Put it
heard a
back in.
rumor that 2-car bay was Logan's nickname in college.
Ooh.
Mm.
your mom's a lover was my nickname.
Whoa.
Dang! Pow pow! Shots fired.
So I think we all agree garage first, walkout second, regular basement
Monster.
third,
You're a
fifth
monster.
on the list. Yeah.
I
you
think
don't wanna
I
do
think
that.
almost everybody starts in the basement anyway. You take a small corner of it. No,
I started in the hospital.
Second story patio.
I was born in a tree.
So dumb.
How about
They
you,
call me
Braden?
Tar
Can you
Dan.
milk me?
But you work with what you've got, and like honestly,
Yeah.
like if you can take the garage, even if it's just one car bay, there's ways of like flexing that.
Is
Here's
the
the thing.
car bay anything like Salt Bay?
Well, no, but in all reality, like think of it this way: if you have a 2-car garage, but your wife wants to use one, once in a while, when you have like assembly on a project that she
Yep.
really wants, whatever, maybe she doesn't park in a garage for a few weeks.
That's how
or
it
months,
starts.
or
And
years.
then,
That's how it
and
starts.
then you
That's-
have to
that's-
move
she
to a
doesn't know
different
that, though, Dan.
house
Shut up.
further. You have to move to a different house further north, further away from Dan, and
Yeah.
that's how it happened.
And-
I had to
Key
and
is
I
your
would
wife
like to
doesn't
point out-
notice.
I would also
Aretha
like to
always
point out
notices.
that of the 4 of us, one of us sells tools for a small shop, similar to somebody who might have a 1-car garage and needs to say put a router on the wall or
Go
a
check out
flattening.
Logan's
by-
OnlyFans.
If
I didn't
by
know that
tools you
Dan
mean
had
spray
only
foam
jigs.
insulation, then yes,
Only
Braden's
jigs.
got you.
Onlyjigs.com.
Jeez.
When you
All right,
need to
let's-
keep a tight fit in your 1-car garage, you need a ZCI. Daniel Dunlap.
All right,
Okay,
speaking of
that's right.
tight fits and ZCIs, we got another question.
Oh, tight
Gotta
fits
write
and
that.
ZCI.
Yeah, let's go. This next question's from Dustin.
Hey boys, it seems like there are a ton of social media accounts in the woodworking space that are thirst traps. How are you planning on tapping into that market? Discuss. Dustin
I'm
from
married.
Shop
I'm not
Humble.
tapping anything.
I will.
I would like to point out that I look like this, so I'm already a thirst trap.
right
Yeah.
for hot
Wow.
I just be
Hot
thirst trapping
shingles,
naturally.
hot shingles in your area looking to get nailed.
Me, ow.
I will say this. I saw a TikTok a while back that has hurt my feelings, and I've never forgotten about it. And it was, "Hey, were you popular in high school, or are you funny now?" And I'm funny now, and that's what I'm leaning into. So I think all of us are leaning into we're funny now, or we're.
I
gonna
wasn't
rage
popular
bait.
in high school, nor am I funny now.
You,
Where
Dan,
does that
you're,
leave me?
you're funny-ish. Oh my God! Don't,
Funny-ish.
please don't. No, oh God.
There it is. There it is. There's your answer.
Figured out how Pete's
Yeah,
getting into the
thirst
thirst trap
traps.
game.
Yep.
Only Pete's. Pete picks.
I
Braden, go.
If I could, I would, but I can't, so I don't think about it.
The last question is, this is a follow-up on last week's voicemail from Geoff. He had the Ottoman red flags question. Customer reached out about an Ottoman table,
Oh, right.
and he was trying to figure out if it was all red flags. So here's the follow-up.
Geoff, Three Tails Woodworks, another update. Thanks, guys, for the answer on the podcast. I'll try to convince the client to go with a hardwood. I'm not against pine, but it's not my first choice. Probably last, but it has its place. I mainly use Windsor Plywood or Kingma Lunber Masters in Edmonton for my hardwood. Kingma has some good prices on 4 material. I'll see what the client says.
4x4.
If I have to eat a few dollars, I'll rack it up as a lesson. Is 4 material thick enough for an ottoman table? I feel 6/4 would be better. Geoff, Three Tails Woodworks.
Dan?
I think it's fine.
I think 6/4 would be cool, but I think you can get by with 4/4, no problem. I mean, a lot, not a lot. Just about every table I make is 4/4 material. You
But
just-
like,
And it's going to have
is
an
it
apron of some
4/4
sort.
when it's finished, or like 4/4 starts with 4/4 and you get it down
no,
to
it
7/8?
starts with 4/4.
And you get, okay, so you get it down
Yeah.
to 7/8, 3/4.
Yeah, it's usually about 7/8, 0.800 thickness.
Yeah.
Unless
Just
you're
over.
making a video for Oliver to show how much of a bite he can take.
Take off an inch.
You got to worry about the lip, though.
Make the
Hit that
4/4
lip.
disappear in one pass.
Yeah. I mean, as long as he's putting an apron on, what's it matter? It's going on an ottoman. The point of it is to be able to be moving it and using it. Right? 6/4 would be too heavy.
Yeah.
I think it's 6/4 would look fine from a design aspect. aspect. But yeah, Logan's right. It would be a little heavier.
I think
And if you're going to be moving it, you don't want it to be heavy.
this
Right.
is where having a pair of calipers really makes you kind of take more control of your destiny here a little bit, which is you're not shooting for eighths or quarters or sixteenths. You're going for whatever maximum thickness you can get. Like, oh, you ran it through the planer, it's finally clear, it looks good, and you're at 0.8 or 0.79 inches, you're good. Or you can go by metric and be like, oh, I'm at, whatever, 21 millimeters and I'm fine. Like that's, you just go with the max you can go with. The customer doesn't care if it's a certain thickness. They just care that it's functional.
Not typically.
And you can start with 4/4 material and finish with great furniture. Right, Braden?
Bam.
Yeah, I mean the only kind of determining thing for me is if it's starting out rough or if it's starting out S4S. I mean, if it's rough, 4/4 might be a little thin. If
3/4 inch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Again, think about the purpose here: is you're putting it on top of an ottoman, and it's going to be moved. So
it also sounds like it's kind of an experimental, like a first time piece. And if you're starting with 4/4, your margin of error, getting everything flat, getting everything
Fair
jointed,
point.
and then
That's fair.
resized. I
Yeah.
think 6/4 or 5/4 gives you enough to plane it. You could have a finish at 0.8, 0.9,
Yeah.
whatever. But if you start off with a little bit thicker material, you're not going to have to worry about warping as much or having glue lines not be quite right.
Yeah. And I do want to comment on the fact that he says, I might eat the cost and just call it a learning. No,
Don't do that.
You're not in a project yet. If you were in the middle of a project and you realize
right,
you messed up the quote, that's on
Yeah.
you. You walk away from this job if it's not right. But what I think you should do is get 4/4 material, make a project for yourself, and see how it feels when it's done. If you feel good about it afterwards, whatever, it doesn't have to be an ottoman. Make a shelf, make something else. If you feel good with it, I feel like that's a green light for you to use that in the future.
I would like to say, going back to the original thing, the problem with pine is that not only does it not stain well, it damages so easily that they're going to be disappointed. They're going to come back to you and say, this thing is beat up, this thing looks terrible.
Yeah.
And you're going to say, it's because we did it out of pine. And, well, I'm not happy. I think you need to point out to them the damage that will happen to that quickly, because new pine is not pine from the 50s and
It's not old
40s
growth
as
pine.
we've all seen. Right.
Yep.
It's a huge difference.
You can get ash so cheap.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like ash. I
Or red
do that
oak.
all day long.
It's all great
Yeah.
firewood.
Pine
Yeah.
also
And
has
oak.
a
You're a
tendency
content
to
creator.
twist and move.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
yeah, you don't want any of that.
Wenge, something cheap.
Yeah, especially like stained pine just shows dents,
So
and
bad.
scratches. And it's gonna,
So
they're
ugly.
they're not gonna use a coaster.
Oh,
gonna be that
sons
thing
of guns.
Or upsell coasters.
Ooh, do you like that? Do you like that TikTok trend where the dude would get like 4x4 posts?
Oh my God.
And just chop them into coasters. I'll
You're
sell these all day long.
$20,000. Like, yeah, dude, you're an idiot.
He's cutting
I-
up treated 4x4.
Yeah,
I did not see
they
that.
come
thankfully.
pre-stained green.
Oh man.
You don't want to see it because you would be compelled to respond. It was that bad.
I didn't.
Or fight a stranger in the streets.
But he knows what he's doing.
I did
Yeah,
that, but it had
yeah.
nothing to do with that post.
That's money right there.
Is it bad that I'm more willing to show like kickback videos than post content like that? Like, here's how I take a pressure
Braden, I got an
treated
idea for
4x4 to make
Pete
100
reaction
coasters.
videos.
I just
Pete, how are you expecting to 10x your business?
I don't mind being silly. I just cannot genuinely try to portray myself as being smart selling a thing that's super dumb.
And that's where
Yeah.
you're at. See, I don't count my dollars per day. I count them per hour, so I can 10x. And then
You're on a long term run. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
sign up for my course.
It's so dumb. By the way, that's all the voicemails. I think we got all of them. We got. Did we get? We got Geoff. Yeah.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah, please.
The Ottoman Empire is my Roman Empire.
Oh, okay. That's a fun twist on a common topic. I like that.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw it out there.
That's great, Dan.
You're
Like it.
welcome.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Oh, it's all call back to last week's episode. Dan's having a flashback.
That's it. That we broke Logan. Look at
I think
him.
we got. Yeah, we
Snapped
broke
him.
Logan. That's it. That's right.
I think it's time to go.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us this week. Logan, thank you so much for joining us one more time. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you forgot all the craziness before accepting this.
What do you say, Logan? You down for a third?
How was it, bud?
Dude, I love talking to you guys. I love
Call you
sitting
back in
down
3
and
years.
having the opportunity. Yeah. By that time, I will have a book out and will still be nobody, but I will love talking to you guys every time I get a chance to.
And we appreciate
Oh,
it.
I was fully expecting him to say, I love you guys, but this is going to be it.
But
This is it.
I can't wait to listen to the audiobook of The Art of the Router.
oh,
With
it's gonna be so good.
as long as we can do the cover that you came up with.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a
And the-
forward.
But I still want the
Forward by.
audiobook by Luke Gelman. Well, dude, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being an amazing human, doing a lot of good charity, positive community work in your community and with the woodworking community, and just putting out all
Actually,
these
hold
cool
on.
jigs for everyone.
I
Yeah.
got to say this. Thank you guys for everything that you have done with the Makers for St. Jude, all that stuff that you've done. Jared LaPuma won my flattening jig, so I hope he's enjoying it. But thank
You
you
do
for
flatter
including
than
me in
ever.
that. Yes, yeah. So I've heard. And I really thank you for including me. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of that. And thank you guys for all that you've done there.
You're
Appreciate
very
it,
welcome.
man. Thank you for jumping in. You jumped on it when you heard about it. So listen, the more the merrier, and we're very happy to be able to share that with the community. So
If we don't die in this snow apocalypse into the world situation that's happening this weekend, I'm going to make my way to Woodcraft and look at your jig in person.
Please.
I might even touch it.
Please.
Damn.
Wow.
That's
Take
a
photos.
nice
That's my
jig.
jigs.
do a reel of like, hey, this is me.
I might
my
have to
reaction
block
to
the
touching
Woodcraft
Logan
sign with my
Newman's-
hand, but I'll go in there.
We have
Nah, I
no
won't do
contracts, Dan.
I won't
You
do
can-
that. It was a joke. It was a joke.
I think they
Um,
sell Oliver at Woodcraft too. We
They
might be able
might.
to get another piece of content, Dan. Actually,
I
let's
actually
do
did
this.
pick up mine up my
Do they?
my planer up from there.
There you go.
Okay. Okay.
Got it. Got it
Okay.
figured out.
Looks like you
Okay.
got 2-3 months of content right there. Just one trip.
We're almost to June.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, Logan, thank you so much for hopping in and joining us for one more time. I know it's silly and crazy, but you always make it a fun time. And hey, Dan and Braden, thanks for being awesome. I love you guys.
I'm pretty good at what I do.
You're okay.
You guys all are.
You're solid 10 out of 10.
Braden,
Logan.
thanks for doing all the hard work.
Yeah. And huge shout out to our patrons, right, Dan?
Doing the
I
real
want to thank
Lord's
all of our
work.
patrons. You help us keep the bench topper down on the bench
And the lights on and the
and all that other
Clamp,
stuff.
the clamps clamped.
If you want to join this craziness and you want to join the army, you can go to iloveawp.com. Or if you hate yourself, just type it all out. Patreon.com/anotherwoodshop podcast.
Just join for the Discord.
Check us out on MySpace.
Join for the feet pics. Stay for the Discord.
Or-
That's what they do.
Or centimeter picks
Ooh,
instead of feet.
Feetpics.com.
we're gonna need
Come
to
and do
do
it. Come and do
a sub chord of
a
just
Discord
subreddit.
near you.
Pete picks.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you all next week. Love you all. Bye, 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 bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Stay classy, Omaha.